Being quiet has its advantages, however it can also lead to contempt. If you're quiet, it's difficult to command the respect that you want. Yet it's possible. You just have to understand what people are looking for when they respect someone, and use that awareness to your advantage. Being reserved gives you more opportunities to notice the little details in other people. This can be an asset when dealing with others, since they won't know what you're thinking until you speak up. Unfortunately, all too often, the downside to being quiet is that people think you don't have anything to say. Once they realize that's not the case, they may give you more respect. However, it might be too late by then. If you want to be taken seriously, here are 10 valuable tips on how to command respect if you're quiet. Number 1. Have a firm handshake and make eye contact. Firm handshakes aren't just reserved for people who want to show off their masculinity. Anyone can use them to command respect from others, regardless of whether you're reserved or not. Engaging in eye contact is also an effective way to show others that you're capable and self-assured. In both cases, the people around you will be able to tell whether you believe what you're saying. They'll also see how well-read and competent you are, by taking note of your firm handshake and steady gaze. Number 2. Follow the 60% rule when talking. One mistake that reserved people make is thinking they need to talk in order to gain more respect. While you may want the ones around you to respect you, it's not wise to go into that first networking event or important meeting and try to say as much as possible. If everyone is talking about nothing but themselves, don't join in on the conversation by bragging about your accomplishments or offering up useless information. It will be far more impressive if you listen to what everyone has to say and then contribute with great insights. If you act like the people around you by not bragging but simply talking about yourself when asked questions, that is how they'll come to respect you. Being quiet doesn't mean you don't know what you're talking about. It's actually the opposite. It means that you've taken the time to listen and learn while taking note of what others are saying. Number 3. Radiate confidence. People will not take you seriously if they don't think you're competent. If you don't think much of yourself, they will not either. You must act confident when interacting with other people in order to command respect. That doesn't mean that you have to brag or throw your accomplishments in their faces. It simply means that you should exude an aura of self-assurance, and be aware of what you're doing. A quiet person who appears confident will come off as someone that people want to work with. Radiate confidence is a great way to command others' attention and respect. This can be done by simply being aware of your body language and the words you use, as well as what you project to others through your actions. Number 4. Treat others how you'd want to be treated. This old saying couldn't be more true. Treat others the way you want to be treated, whether it's in a professional or personal capacity. Understand that everyone has boundaries that they expect you to respect. If you cross them intentionally, you're digging your own hole. When someone treats you wrongfully, reciprocate with grace and kindness. Be mature and walk away. By doing so, others will perceive you in a positive light and respond in your favor. If you disagree with someone, handle the conversation with mindfulness. If you feel they are going above and beyond their boundaries, remove yourself from the situation. By doing so, you're showing that not only can you respect others, but also that you won't let yourself be treated badly in any circumstance. Number 5. Speak up at the right times. Being quiet is a wonderful quality in certain situations. There are times when you may not feel like joining in with a room conversation, especially when it's rather boring or about something unrelated to you. You don't want to interrupt someone speaking because that's rude, and shows a lack of respect for others. But this doesn't mean that you can't speak up when it counts. Sometimes the best time to speak up is to offer a fresh perspective on a problem that has been discussed over and over again. This shows that you're willing to go out of your way for others, not because you want them to think more highly of you, but simply because it's the right thing to do. Number 6. Exude self-assurance. Even if you don't think you're capable of commanding respect, do it anyway. You'll be surprised at how easy it actually is to get the people around you to listen and pay attention when you know what you're talking about. Even if they don't realize it right away, people like to work with someone who knows what they are doing. They also want to associate themselves with a winner. The more you believe in yourself, the easier it is going to be for other people to see that you belong among the winners. Number 7. Be direct in asking questions. People will respect you when you know what you're talking about, especially when they realize that you haven't been speaking the entire time. There may come a moment in the conversation when you're asked something that you don't know the answer to. When this happens, instead of acting like you know everything, which will make people think less of you, ask clarifying questions about what was said or even offer up your own insights. This shows the other person that you're confident enough to ask questions. It also lets them know that you're not afraid to contribute in some way, even if you don't have the answers yourself. Number 8. Be a role model. Leading by example is one of the best ways to command respect, especially when you're a quiet person. People will expect this from someone who isn't constantly rattling off facts and figures about themselves. You don't need to be an expert at everything. You simply need to show people that you're willing to learn and grow. This will come through by showing them how dedicated and passionate you are about the things you do know. If people are led by example, they'll automatically respect those who are not only knowledgeable but also put in the effort to learn more about their craft. It also shows that you know your limits and don't try to push them just for the sake of others seeing you as knowledgeable or capable. If you don't know something, it's fine to admit that you're still learning. This will make it far more likely that the people around you will respect your honesty and willingness to grow. Number 9. Use nonverbal communication. When you're a quiet person, it may seem difficult to command respect at first. However, with the right body language, you can be sure that people will notice you. It's easy for others to see how comfortable you are in your own skin if they pay attention to how open and relaxed your body is during a conversation. If you have tense shoulders or frequently cross your arms, it's going to be very difficult for people to take you seriously. Use your body language as a way of showing that you mean business and always keep it open and confident, even when meeting new people or in stressful situations. This will give the impression that you're someone who is able to get things done and take control at work and in social situations. This in turn will earn you a great deal of respect from the people around you. Number 10. Act respectfully. No matter how dull your colleague's story about his dog is, avoid the urge to whip out your cell phone. In addition to listening with intention, your behavior and body language should convey interest and concern. If your coworker is complaining about how your boss left again for his 5th vacation of this year, resist the urge to roll your eyes or talk over them. Doing so only elicits feelings of being disrespected, making you look like a jerk in the process. Even if you don't agree with someone's opinions or the situation is uncomfortable, treat the other person the way you'd want to be treated.